Hello and welcome back. Now, this is unfortunately the very last episode of the first season of Konosuba. And from what I can remember, when we left it off, they had... that's right. It was the fallout of the succubi incident. And then at the very end of the episode, there was the urgent quest to protect the town once again. So I'm guessing this follows on from that. So yeah, let's see how much Kazuma, Megumin, Aqua and Darkness can simultaneously save the day and fuck it up. Oh yeah, that's right, it was the Destroyer. Should have remembered that. Now, it's either, because it's the last episode, it's either going to be truly terrifying, or it's going to be like a little miniature, and everyone's just blowing out of proportion. Okay, maybe it is an actual threat. Okay, so it is... So when everyone else had given up hope, Kazuma was like, nah, let's fight this thing. For the sole reason that he doesn't want to give up on his accomplishments so quickly. Was that a giant spider? A giant mechanical spider? Okay. Not entirely sure how Kazuma can destroy a giant metal spider. I mean, water magic probably won't work on metal too well. So, are we putting all our hopes on Megumin? So we know what kind of motivates our characters now, don't we? We've got Aqua is... well, for her own benefit and for any kind of alcohol. Megumin is just to practice her explosion magic and to get some food. Darkness is a sense of honour and a sense of... well, you know what she's fighting for. And Kazuma just wants to have the adventurer's lifestyle. Still haven't met her. A lot of other side characters that we've met. Okay, so it is massive. Holy shit! And so you can't even approach from above. Okay, so... Does he even have his sword back yet? So how many of them are gonna fight alongside them? She's not full of her usual bluster. So of course I can do it. I'm a goddess. Where are they going to get heavy hitting magic? Which crazy one? Who are they talking about? Yeah, poor Megumin. Well, it's kind of true. You don't want to waste your explosion and all your magic now. Whiz. Okay, a big lich is probably going to help. But how strong is she? Ooh, okay. I mean, she was going to be powerful anyway, but she used to be an wizard? Archmage? Whatever. So you got all the labourers building up a defensive barrier. Not sure how quickly they can erect something that can stop a mobile metal spider with turrets attached to it. Yeah, she seems quite calm and not following her usual routine. So at when the crunch time comes, she is still a knight. La Latina. So she's, yeah, like nobility kind of thing. Like, what's she, a daughter of a lord? Yeah, but it's because Aqua is Aqua. Yeah, Darkness has a certain sense of honor behind her actions. I think I much prefer La Latina over Darkness. It can just walk through a mountain. I don't think a few bits of wood is really going to stop. Ooh, are these all the countermeasures it has? How the... And also, what's one of those side characters wearing a hoodie? I mean, I know Dust kind of already has a hoodie, but whatever. So, yeah, no one has a lot of confidence in themselves compared to usually when they just like, yeah, I can do this. Oh, it's Aqua's staff. Oh, we know it's going to get good when the theme tune starts. Fucking amazingly beautiful animation when it comes to the spells in this. Fuck me! Go on, Aqua. Full power! I was not expecting that kind of... Megumin? Question her abilities. So we know how to get each of them to do what you want. How can you not love this art style and this animation? Even with the questionable 3D work there. Just how effective is it going to be? Because they can't just take it down without a fight. It's going to end just before it hits darkness, because that's a cliche. But that was a fucking death stare, if I've ever seen one. She didn't budge an inch. You've really got to give it to her there. It shows for a character that she won't back down. So, I mean, yeah, Wiz is still standing, because she's got more magic. Oh, Christ, yes. Aqua, shut your face! Shut it right now! As soon as he mentioned flags, yeah. So what's it gonna do now? It's second phase. Oh, just straight up self-destruct. How close is it to the city? And how big will the explosion be? Emergency quest. So, wow, okay. Super emergency quest. Prevent the mobile fortress destroyer from self-destructing. Nope. None of them can be asked. Nope. It's impossible. They've legged it. Okay, I would usually commend this kind of behaviour and not leaving. But being the only one to stand there. And we thought her character had made some leeway, or headway, sorry, into not being a masochist, but no. Hi, Kazuma. She has lost it. And now they're all gonna get empowered by her. How many of the men in this town are quite indebted to that establishment? Inexpensive hospitality. Should they be kind of referencing that place if it's meant to be a secret for male adventurers? Well, yeah, it depends on what's causing the power overload. Usually it's like weapon system or engines. Get back here, Aqua. She's all full of confidence when it's going her way. When it looks a bit scary, no, she wants nothing to do with it. So, it's a skeleton crew. Ha 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 ha. So is he the only crew? What was the only crew member? So he made the entire thing. Okay, something to power it. So so he was just making absurd requests because he was just wanting the money from it, not expecting them to carry through. And he didn't really have any idea of what he was doing. But yeah, at least... Okay, so he's resigned to his fate. That was you! Yes! Was he senile as well? I suggest leaving. That would be the cliches, so... Drain touch. Well, okay. No hesitation. But we know what she's talking about: vitality and magic. That's not how Kazuma has to do it. Drain touch. Well, she's absorbing a lot. So it's a random teleportation, is what you're saying? Because you haven't had, what, the time to do it properly? Well, this place is kind of densely populated. Okay. But... Can Kazuma just pass his luck on to, like, Wiz to make it go right? My guessing is that they teleport it. At the end of the episode, it explodes some, like, massive fuck-off city. So now it's like hundreds of billions of Eris in debt. I thought they got rid of all the Coronites. Why is it? Yeah. Holy. So it's still going to explode. Maybe not as badly, but. Does. Darkness knows what to do. Take Aqua's magic. Yeah. Oh, right, because... well, Megamin, there's still Megamin. She's got herself a horse, essentially. Who is that guy? But he's not gonna kill you, Aqua. Thin skin, close to the heart. You might have given her some kind of warning before you just grabbed her, but she should know what was going to happen. Even now, Aqua, come on. Where would he be grabbing her? Well, Aqua's probably got an excessive amount of magic. See, feed Megumin with so much power, she just explodes. That would be terrible. So if she can just outright destroy the destroyer before it overheats... Since I'm guessing there's no longer any explosive material in it. Impressive explosion. I give it a 10 out of 10, but everyone in the vicinity is probably dead. Nice and peaceful, so I'm guessing it somewhat worked. And we still haven't heard about what happened with the Coronite, so... So how many people did it kill? So where have you been? You've lost your sword, so now what? You're useless? Is that a new staff? I think it's just going through all the scenes on the outro. So what is it now, like... Well, that was just the tutorial, was it? Because you're now, what, leaving the first city? Probably not, no. My guess would be you've just exploded half the bloody capital. She doesn't look too happy. Oh dear. What was the... Oh, is that it? Well, it's still pretty bad. It destroyed a lord's mansion, but it could have been worse. Aqua and Megumin share something there. Whenever things go bad, it's like, yeah, nothing to do with me. Not this one. Well, the thing is, he does achieve something cool, quite a lot, but it then gets overshadowed by just the worst kind of circumstances. Usually destructions of personal property, the state's property, or just... Well, they stopped mostly anyone from dying. We don't know if who or how many people were in the Lord's Mansion when it blew up. But within this town itself, they should still be revered as heroes. So they got that going for them, at least. So far, nothing on the outro has changed, which is nice. I would usually expect it like something to reference the past shows, but you can't expect everything all the time. Well, that was pleasant, wasn't it? And that was the end of it. There wasn't a preview. Cool. That was Season 1 of Konosuba, and I've enjoyed pretty much every second of Konosuba. It's really building on the characters as they've kind of grown out of their initial pigeonhole of their character, but are still not so far, built up that is stopping them falling into what made us fall in love with them. Like Darkness, she's a knight, a member of some noble family. She stands up for what she believes in. She stood against the Destroyer without backing down, even knowing that it'd probably lead to quite some dire circumstances. But in the end, it was still, can she survive an explosion? Oh, now she's getting turned on. God damn it, Darkness. Or La Latina, as she will now be referred to as. The ongoing joke being that no matter how much that the party achieve, something always occurs that would decimate all the progress they've made. And in this case, it would be they've saved the town from being annihilated. They destroyed the Destroyer, which has apparently destroyed loads of cities and towns and left nothing in its wake, not even grass. And yet they aren't being rewarded for their efforts because it's now, you've destroyed some property of some guy, so everything that you've achieved just now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you've destroyed this thing that no one else could stop, which is utter BS if you ask me, but that's how the real world works. No matter how great your accomplishments doesn't sound like a word, but yeah, no matter how great they are, if someone in power is hindered or troubled by what you've done, yeah, you're screwed. It is just a nice, fun adventure with a bunch of friends / morons who, while simultaneously caring for each other, absolutely despise it when they're together. But they all each have their own, usefulness in the team, and I kind of want Wiz to stay part of this party. So we'll see what happens. There is still an OVA for Konosuba, but I've been advised to leave that until after season 2. And so that's what I'm going to do. So, unfortunately, that was the last episode of Konosuba, and now we're going to have to find out what the poll has decided the next show to be. And I know quite a lot of you already know how that's turned out. so it's not really that much of a surprise. But I won't disappoint you. I won't disappoint those of you who wanted something else, and I'll be doing something at some point. I'm not sure what, because I don't want to promise it before I've figured out what I'm doing. But hopefully you join me for then, and we'll see what I do for the rundown of Season 1 of Konosuba. Maybe I'll do a review of the entire thing, who knows. But if you haven't already, and you have enjoyed the video, drop me a like and a comment on something that's relevant. And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to both channels, actually. I shouldn't have to clarify. And I hope you've enjoyed Konosuba as much as I have. And join me again for the next show, the next series, and hopefully not too far in the future, the second season of Konosuba. So for now, it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from this dickhead. Isn't that right? So yeah, have a good day. Have a good rest of whatever. Just enjoy yourself. And I'll see you again.